Hello everyone, we meet again. It's good to be here again after such a long absence. Yes, I have started working. I started on the 28th of February and I work as a retail associate. At this age, no one is going to give you a corporate job. Yes, I work at a retail outlet in a mall nearby. It's called the IOI City Mall, where it's actually a place where all the rich people live. Yeah. The outlet that I work for is actually part of a social enterprise which has a mission of helping artisans, those who make the batik printing. They can print batik prints nicely. And also for the social enterprise helps the underprivileged women, especially single mothers, women who are never married but have no one to take care of them, and so on. Okay, so I feel proud to be part of that. Okay, now today's topic. What am I going to talk about? The lesson that I've learned in life, the biggest lesson. I would like to share with you some knowledge about how you should design your life. Especially now, if you're in the United States of America, this is a very challenging time with Elon Musk and Donald Trump messing up the entire country, messing up the world order. It seems like it's not going to end, but I'm very sure it's going to end very soon. But then again, you could be one of those who are affected. So the question is, how should you design your life? If you are in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, is something that you should listen to. Because I am speaking from my experience. I made a mistake, a huge mistake. Today I received a text message from my bank saying that, hey, we are going to take legal action against you. What am I to do? I have already made preparation for the money to be paid back, but banks will not wait. I sold off my another house. I have two houses. One is where I live. The other one is where I still have a tenant living there. So I decided that I'm going to sell the house and settle the debts. And since my children did not want that house, nobody wanted that house because it's the middle of the city, middle of Kuala Lumpur, full of traffic, full of people, full of buildings. Nobody wanted that. So I said, okay, because it's like 50 kilometers away, which means managing it is a problem. Of course, my tenant is a wonderful guy. He takes good care of the unit. But then again, there are a lot of things that I have to do, and I don't want to go back to KL anymore for whatever reason. So I've sold off the house. The proceeds will be with me by end of next month, end of April, so I can pay off all my debts. But in that sense, I'm lucky. Okay, so first and foremost, the question, why did I accumulate such a huge debt? For two reasons. One, because of my daughter's education. My second daughter studied at the international school. If I can't afford it, why did I send her there? No, I did not send her there. I was briefly married to a cardiovascular surgeon, and it was his idea that she should go to international school. So after enrolling her, 2 years after that, we parted ways. So I could have transferred her to government school again, but she would have struggled. Why? Because in the government school, our education system is in our national language, whereas she was already in the English stream education. So I didn't want to mess up her life. That was the reason why I decided to let her continue there, which means financially I am drained, and I was drained along throughout the years. That was like I went through difficulties, financial trouble for the last 23 years, and I am praying that this year all that will come to an end. It must come to an end. I've been suffering for so long. So, where did it all go wrong? When we are not good money managers and we do not know how big a life we should live, that's where it all goes wrong. Sometimes we buy things that we do not need. My question is, if you buy a $30,000 car compared to maybe a Tesla, which I don't know how many 100,000, what's the difference? Maybe technology. So what? A car is to help you get from point A to point B, that's all. If you have a very efficient motorbike, that's good enough too. You don't really have to go out and buy an expensive car unless you are making a statement. So what's the point of making statement? End of the day, good times never last, neither do bad times. Correct? I've been saying this from the beginning for a long time. So what's the point? What's the sanity in spending so much money on handbags, on attire, unless you are in that kind of corporate job where you're meeting high impact clients or clients who are high net worth. Otherwise, why would you need all that? Live a simple life. That was the mistake I did. I didn't live a simple life. I didn't let my daughter go to government school. I was very ambitious. I wanted her to have the best of education. And yeah, my ex-husband did help. But only for 2 years. After that, I struggled all the way. Of course, thank God now she's working. We both work for the same outlet. Yes, at the same place. Different shift, but it usually overlaps. Okay. So, now with all these mass firings going on in the United States and all these IT companies that have developed the habit of throwing people out, all the more reason that you should know what kind of life you should develop, how or you should build. Don't ever go for debts. Debts will give you sleepless nights. So the larger you build your life, the bigger your debt's going to be. Just look at Elon Musk. His net worth is all on paper, right? So I'm sure he did a lot of borrowings against that paper. When the sales of Tesla and other things fall, he's affected. He built, of course, maybe he's not living in a big villa, mansion, or whatever, but he built such a huge life that was based on debts. And if you build a life based on debts, believe me, you would fail in your life. As a human being, you will fail. So stay away from debts. That's my experience. So if you want to stay away from debts, what you need to do is that build a life that you can afford. Suppose ask yourself, if today you are making 400,000 USD a year, ask yourself, how should your life look like or would look like if you don't have the 400,000? Then you build that life. Make sense? So that in case at some point that 400,000 goes off, at least you still would be able to build the life that you know will suit you. Think about it. Take a couple of hours, think about it. You will realize that what I'm saying is true. Okay, I do not want to take up so much of your time. I hope this video is of benefit to you. And if you would like to do some reflections on your life, go ahead. If you're in your 20s and 30s, you still have time. If you're already in your 40s and above, time could be a bit challenging. All right, till I see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and always remain positive. Take care.